And you are going to take kind of a split stance here, and you're going to go thumbs up overhead. So you're kind of just stretching through the upper back, trying to bring them as high as you can. Yep. Oh, actually, yeah, I was like actually a little higher. Almost. There we go. So you're going to go just two more like that, and then you're going to keep your right foot in front and just go into some warm up glute lifts. And we'll just do 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to step back with that leg and just a few warm up lunges. So we'll say like 4 or 5 there. And then you can switch sides. And this time, instead of going to the front, you're going to go out to the sides with your arms. And still just the goal of kind of warming up the upper back, so starting to contract there. And then you can go into those standing glute lifts on that side. Good. And then same thing, just like 4 or 5 lunges here. And then I'm going to have you take a wide stance, and you're just going to shift side to side with the goal of like stretching through the inner thigh. Good. And then you're going to keep a wide stance. You can bring your legs in a little bit, but you'll just go down and up into some squats. And then from here, I'm just going to have you hold a plank. So starting to warm up the core and shoulders. And as you're holding, just focusing on abs being engaged, pressing away from the floor with your hands. And then you're going to drop to your knees and stretch back to a child's pose. And then you can come all the way forward, down to your stomach, and then press up to a back extension. And then lastly, I'm just going to have you come onto your back, and we'll do a set of glute bridges to warm up. Yep. And then we'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And so from here, I'll have you come up, and we're going to do a pair of exercises. So I'm going to have you use your dumbbells on the ground so that you can elevate your heels. So your heels are on the dumbbell and then toes are on the floor. And so for the first set, it's just going to be a standard squat. So you're going as low as you can and then up. And you can kind of, whatever position, like if you feel like you need a wider stance, that's fine. Sometimes I know it feels that way, but they look okay to me. It's just whatever's comfortable to you. Good. Has the baby been sick at all? Has she been pretty healthy? Oh, that's good. So you're going to go for 3 more there. And then you are going to go into a side kick with either leg. So you're going to lean and kick and then come up, lean and kick and up. So you'll stay on the same leg, and you kind of want to picture that you're pressing through the heel, something heavy away from you. Yep. Good. And we'll go just 2 more. And then you'll go right into the other side for the squats. So as we're going through this today, the way it was planned, it was to kind of just keep moving. But if you feel like your heart rate's getting too high or anything, we can always slow it down or take more rests. Okay. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna get one more there. And then if you need water, you can grab it. But we're gonna go back through another set of the squats. This time, it'll be the same thing in terms of going as low as you can, but you're gonna pause at the bottom and then come up. So you'll go down, count 1, 2, and then up. Yeah, good. Ah, I know. I know it is. But I mean, I think it's different. Like, I think it's a totally, I know some people say, like, oh, why would you set fitness resolutions and stuff? I'm all for it if it's like goal setting and you have a plan to get there. And I think that's reasonable. But I think it's like unreasonable when it's like this, like, huge goal, but you have no plan to achieve it. So I like it. That's good. You're going to go just one more like that. And then we're going to go into those side kicks again. This time I'm going to have you start on the left side just to mix it up a little bit. Good. Yeah. Yeah, very. And it's both important to make sure you're eating enough, but also, yeah, to make sure that you're not like eating obviously unhealthy foods too often. But I know, especially if you're sick, it can be hard to eat healthy, I think. Yeah. You can switch to the right leg now. So are you taking blood pressure medication then? And you just think they need to adjust it? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, that is low. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, the diastolic, that does seem low. All right, I'm gonna have you now. You're gonna come down to the ground with your dumbbells. And so sometimes like the up and down can make you feel dizzy with blood pressure stuff. So let me know if you start to feel that way just by coming up. You are going to go into a chest fly with a leg lower. So a bent leg as your arms go out to the side, one leg goes down. You will alternate legs. Yeah, exactly. If, if that's too intense with the straight leg, you can also keep it bent, whatever you feel like you get the most control. Yeah. Did you feel the abs with that? Okay, good. So you're just gonna do one more each side. And then I will have you flip over and you're gonna go into some knee push-ups. Good. We're gonna go one more. And then I'm gonna have you just totally rest. And then we're gonna go into another set with the dumbbells again. Yeah. Yeah. And I wonder too if like it just stays like that way a little bit longer if you're like breastfeeding and stuff as well. Yeah, that is low though. I mean, the systolic is like the 98, that's low, but it's not like out of range really. But yeah, the 50 something is pretty low. Yeah. Yeah. No, I've always had low blood pressure too. And so sometimes like I'm more sensitive to that for sure. Okay, so let's go back to that chest fly leg lower. So that same thing on the ground. Yeah. And then same thing. If the straight leg's too much, you can keep your legs bent, whatever way you feel your abs engage the most. Good. You're going to go one more on each side, and then we'll again flip to the push-ups. Good. Let's say one or two more there. All right. And then I'm going to have you come up to a stand. So this next one is going to take a little bit of balance. You're going to hold one of your dumbbells and you're gonna hold it at chest height. So then you're gonna go into like an airplane pose here, and then you're gonna bring your knee up and exhale, inhale, and then again hinge up, press it out. I know it's a lot. Oh, good. Yeah, these are great. Feeling okay? We'll get one more. And then you're going to kind of build off of that. So you're going to keep your left leg planted, dumbbells in the right hand, and left or and then you'll have that right toe on the ground, and you're going to kind of do like a diagonal deadlift type move. So you're still pressing your hips back and trying to lead with the hips. So you should try to aim for like the left glute and hamstring. So instead of squatting down, keep like just a little bend in your knee and press your butt back and then come up. Yeah. Do you feel what I mean there with the like left side? Okay, good. Yep. Because you're still squatting like a little bit. So, I mean, it's not totally off as long as you feel kind of like it's like a more of a deadlift move than a squat. Okay. So you're just going to go one more there. And then short rest. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, starting with like the balancing one. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I would think that the blood pressure would affect fatigue a little bit because it does during pregnancy, I feel like. Oh, yeah, that's tough. Well, do you have an appointment made? Wow. All right, so then we're gonna have your right leg planted and then holding the dumbbell at your chest. Your balance is really good. We'll go just one more. All right. And then we will have you have the dumbbell in your left hand and kind of cross it over with the more right leg deadlift. Oh, so actually your right leg should be more, no, the dumbbell's in the right, is in the left hand, but then take that right toe behind your left, or I'm sorry, I said it backwards. Plant your right leg and then your left toe is behind your right heel. So take that left leg back. So keep taking it back a little bit more. The left leg should be behind the right one. Yeah, there you go. And then same thing, lead with like pressing your hips back, forward folds, only a slight bend in that right knee. Yeah. So with the low blood pressure, you haven't had like any like sweating or cold sweats or anything like that, have you? Okay. Yeah, yeah, and that's very normal. Okay. We'll go one more there. All right. And then you have lighter dumbbells too, correct? Like 2 or 3. Do you have that? Oh, okay. We can do it without it. I'm gonna have you just do a hinge and a Y raise. So kind of that diagonal. And you can, since we're not using a weight, you can just do kind of little pulses and that'll make it a little more challenging. Yeah. So you're gonna go 3 more like that. And then I'm gonna have you take your 5s to the ground with your knees kind of wider. You're gonna go into a knee plank position with your hands on the dumbbells, and then you'll engage your abs and exhale as you row. So you're trying to really control it as you lower the weight down. Yeah, and so when you're in that position, just make sure you don't like overarch your low back because that can sometimes happen like when you start to row, but so far it looks okay. Yep. And so rather than pulling the dumbbell to your arm, think squeezing your shoulder blades together to kind of lift your elbow towards the ceiling. Yep. Good. And you should feel your abs. Do you feel them? Good. Just be careful about curling your wrist and keep it super neutral. So you're really only lifting it as high as you need to feel your back. Yeah, that was better. And we'll go one more, and then I'm going to have you stand again. And this time you'll go out to the sides with little pulses. So still kind of working the same muscles. Good. We'll get 5 more like that. All right. And then we'll do one more set of the plank with the rowing. Really good control. That looks good. Does it feel okay? Yeah, definitely. We'll get one more there. And then the next step, you can stay down on the ground. We're gonna go through a series on the mat. So you're gonna take your dumbbells like in the crease of your legs, wide stance for a glute bridge. Just kind of using your hands just to balance the dumbbells, but not to hold them. Good. You're gonna go 4 more. And then you can set the dumbbells down and you're gonna go legs up and little pulsing crunches. Good. And then from there, you're gonna flip over to a plank on your toes and just hold forearms and toes. Good. Yep, and just keep pressing away from the floor, abs engaged. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're gonna get through one more round of those. This time I'm gonna have you do a single leg glute bridge, so no weights, but just one heel with one leg up. Good. Two more, and then you can just switch to the other side. Great. And we'll do 3 more there, and then you can do those pulsing crunches again. Nice. We'll do 3, 2, 1, and then last plank, forearm and toes. We'll end with that exercise and then a little stretching. Good. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then I'm just gonna have you go onto your back and cross one leg over the other for a back stretch. And then same thing on the other side. All right, so we will end it there. And I would say anytime you work out, maybe just for like the next like hour or two after the workout, just be like aware of like any like symptoms. And if you do feel like dizzy or something, I would say make sure to check your blood pressure. But hopefully you'll just feel fine. Okay. 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 All right. Yeah, just because exercise can sometimes change it. I would just be like hyper aware of it, maybe. But, okay, well, then I will see you next time. Bye.